Go.
I'm Daniel Hostler. Happen to be the owner of this coin, which was minted in North Carolina in 1842 by a member of the Bechtler family. The original Christopher Bechtler was a German, came to the United States, as far as I know, in shortly after 1815. Stayed a couple of years in Philadelphia. He was a jeweler by trade, goldsmith, but then he moved because of the discovery of a great deal of gold in North Carolina, which was the first gold discovery in the continent. Came to North Carolina, had a jewelry shop. He was also a gunsmith, but then he decided, because at that time people who found gold either had to just barter a pinch of gold for a loaf of bread or what have you, or they had to get their gold to Philadelphia to be minted at the government mint. That was the only mint in the United States. And he decided to help the local miners. So there were thousands of them around. I mean, there were over Brindletown, there were 6,000 miners at one time working. So he began minting a $2.50 coin and a $5 gold coin. Immediately, the U.S. government jumped on him. And so he proved to them that they checked him out. Proved to them that he was actually putting a little more than $2.50 worth of gold in his $2.50 coin, and the same with his $5 coin. And so they allowed him to continue. Now, he never called himself, he never called it a mint. He called it an assay office, because he would, that was one of the performances that miners would bring in a piece of ore, and he would find out how much gold was actually, say, per pound or per ton or what have you. But then, he, as I say, he started minting these coins. He died early in 1842. His son Augustus then began minting. And so this coin is actually, if you read it, you'll see it says A. Bechtler, for Augustus Bechtler, rather than his friend, his son Christopher, or his father Christopher. Augustus, though, died, committed suicide at the end of 1842, and a cousin, another Christopher, took over the mint. By that time, the U.S. government established a branch mint in Charlotte, but people still, in this particular area, wanted Bechtler coins. And in fact, some of them would specify, if they were advertising land for sale or something like that, they would specify they wanted paid in Bechtler gold. Heck with this government stuff. So that's the history of the Bechtler family. They finally, the second Christopher stopped operations about 1852, and then packed up and moved to Spartanburg and opened a jewelry store. And later on, toward the end of his life, he moved to Charlotte. And descendants of him still live in Charlotte, and are said to own 30 Bechtler gold coins. They're quite rare, have become quite expensive. In fact, I saw a $5 gold piece that a man wanted $40,000 for it. But there aren't that many $5 gold pieces, Bechtler gold pieces, around. And most of them are in safe deposit box someplace or another.